The sound wasn't a crack. It was a scream of 100,000 tons of steel twisting in the dark as the penthouse floor tilted 10 degrees toward the abyss. Marcus gripped the edge of his gold-plated desk, his knuckles white as the champagne glasses from his grand opening shattered against the floor like diamonds. 12 months ago, Marcus stood over my father's drafting table and told him that his safety concerns were just the ramblings of a man who didn't understand the gilded speed of progress. He stole the blueprints, buried my father in a shallow legal grave, and built this glass and steel monstrosity on a foundation of cheap concrete and expensive lies. "You can't leave, Marcus," I whispered through the intercom, my voice vibrating in the very walls he thought he owned. I didn't spend the last year crying. I spent it inside the structural software, rewriting the Zenith's DNA to include a very specific harmonic frequency. Outside, the high-altitude winds hit 90 miles per hour, triggering the resonance I hid in the secondary load-bearing columns. The building began to sing, a low, bone-shaking hum that turned the reinforced glass into 1,000 jagged daggers. Marcus lunged for the private elevator, but the doors hissed shut, locked by a code that only breathes when the building is dying. He thought I was just the grieving son who took a job as a night shift maintenance engineer to stay close to my father's work. I wasn't maintaining the building, Marcus. I was feeding the cancer I planted in its heart. A massive steel cable snapped like a whip, slashing through the penthouse window and carving a deep, bloody line across Marcus's arrogant face. He fell to his knees, his gilded tuxedo soaked in a mixture of vintage wine and his own panicked sweat. "It wasn't built to stand as your legacy. It was built to be your sarcophagus." I watched from the safety of the control tower across the street as the top 3 floors of his empire simply evaporated into the clouds. They won't find his body, and they won't find the records. Everything was tied to the structural integrity of the penthouse. I didn't just kill the man. I collapsed the entire history of his theft into a single pile of beautiful, expensive rubble. Some heights are only meant for those who have the soul to carry them. Subscribe and comment "Collapse" to see what I'm building next.